Now, I know 225, I just spent several minutes talking to you about, please believe me, that the cell phones that you are using are in fact capable photography devices. And what I don't want you to do is just rely on my opinion on this. I often will say, the very same thing. So I'm a reading Rainbow Kid, and don't take my word for it. And honestly, don't take my word for it. Every year, we have an iPhone photography award for the best images taken with the iPhone. Now, please don't think that there aren't certain shenanigans happening here, so that there aren't additional lenses being applied. Certainly things like ND filters, a neutral density filter, it helps control and constrain the effect of what sunlight will do to a picture. We will actually talk about that next session, so stay tuned. There are things that people can do with the setup to get exactly the right photo that we just don't have a language, maybe potentially we just don't have a language for yet. I can tell you getting the lighting right is like more than half the battle. So I just wanted to show you here, and I will make the link available as well. This is the iPhone Photography Awards. These happen every year. This is the 17th year that we have had these awards, and that's a very, very long time. And scrolling down through here, you can tell, I think, that these images, while fantastic, these images, while spectacular, are images that you can recreate. I just picked a couple of these. Here is a child sitting in front of, it looks like laundry to me, and has the Nike sweater I elected not to wear today. And this is an image, I will tell you, that I know each and every one of you can take. Here is an image that I know each and every one of you can take. If you'll notice what's happening here, we're just playing with perspective a little bit. So instead of taking a picture of a child from, can I tell you the biggest sin everybody does when they take a picture of their child is, I am 6 feet tall, my child is 3 feet tall. That is a true statement. So the difference between me at 6 feet tall and him at 3 feet tall means that every angle is coming down like this. It is not a particularly compelling shot. I forever am surprising my family when I send out images. They always are like, oh, did you bring your camera with you? My big DSLR camera with you to take this picture, because I can never take a picture like this. And nearly every time, it's my iPhone, it's my Pixel phone. So I do not mean to make anybody who is watching this think that I believe that iPhones are better, far and away more capable of taking these images. That's actually not what I think. Do I think that this image of a bunny playing with perspective in front of a roof is something that you cannot reproduce? I did this shot 2 years ago from Galena. We had rented a house for my family to take a vacation. My little dude his name is Teddy P. He's a little pumpkin teddy that travels with us everywhere. And I have this picture of Teddy P in front of a farm field. The only difference is, instead of, this looks to me to be mid-afternoon, the picture was taken right before sundown, which is golden hour. So it has this golden cast to it, which we'll talk about next week, as a matter of fact, that is just really, really hard to beat. And do I think that any of you with the cameras that you have, which is these, your phones probably, or do I think that any of you with if you're using a point and shoot, that's great. As long as we can play with the settings, please continue to use the point and shoot. If you are using a DSLR, that's great. Please continue to use your DSLR. If you are using a film camera, okay, that's fine. Let's play with the settings and do the same thing. So again, I do not want you to think that you are mired to a camera choice. I do not want you to think that simply because we do not have an investment to make hundreds of dollars. My RX100 Sony point and shoot is $1,000. I don't think that that's worth it for every one of us. I don't think that the ZV-1F, that's $500. I don't think that's a worthwhile investment for everyone. Do I think that an A7 Mark III with 70 to a 210 millimeter lens is worth it for everybody? Heck no, I don't. I'm not making that investment myself. So here, and again, the page is IPP Awards, and I will have the link down below this particular video on the page, can serve as proof that if you have the ability to understand how to frame an image, if you have the ability to play with a couple of settings to make sure that the camera is interpreting the image in the way that you want, and if you have the patience and foresight to take that image that you want, these are possible with whatever device it is that you have on hand.